Oh, guys, my goodness, I've got something interesting for us this time. I don't think there's going to be many pickups this month because I have a feeling that over the summer it's going to be hard to find new things as people aren't trading in. They've already gone away on holiday, things like that. But you never know. Maybe people will be trading stuff in because they want the holiday money. So let's get straight into some interesting pickups. The first one we have is an Amstrad personal computer, the PC 1512 user manual. Great condition. Wonderful condition, using all the information. It's basically the user guide to an IBM compatible PC with the GEM desktop. Remember GEM? Anyone who's old enough to remember old style pre-Windows GUI systems on PCs will remember GEM. Oh my goodness. So I'm very happy to add that to the set. But here's the one that's a bit of a novelty. I had to pick this up just because it's just ridiculous. It's Microelectronics, Capitalist Technology and the Working Class. This is a communist book about computers. So, for novelty value, I've got to see this, but for goodness sake. This actually comes from Bolton Library. It's Ex Libris Bolton, as you sold from Bolton Library. So, yeah, it's going to be a bit of an oddity. I'm probably going to do a review on it at some point, just from the point of view of, good grief, guys, what are you thinking? Because, come on. But anyway, let's move on quick because it's not the only book I've got. Personal Computer News Library, 60 programs for the Amstrad CPC 464. Hard to find a book on this one. Lots of games, very short clone games, all written in BASIC for Amstrad. Locomotive BASIC, so this should be very interesting. I don't believe this is properly recorded online, and I don't believe that it uses programs that are in Popular Computing News, or if it does, at least this version will be higher quality in terms of print quality, because the scans that are available online of Personal Computing News, not great. So I'm looking forward to be able to put that into a disk file and make that available to everyone online. Because that's the kind of thing I do. You know, I'm an archivist as well as a collector. I'm all about storing the history of computing and making that available to people. That's why my end goal with this collection that's all around me is to create a museum. I want to make sure that this stuff isn't lost. So finding 60 programs, that's pretty good news to me. And also another 40. This one is 40 educational games for the Amstrad with the CPC 464. So this is one I'm not familiar with. I think this one, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned on CPC. If I haven't, then it'll be coming up, because here is a book that, when's it from? That's probably a good question, isn't it? Because it'll give me an idea. Granada Press, it seems, and it is from 1984. So if I haven't mentioned this, then I should have, because CPC is up to 1985 now. So let's hope that I have mentioned. But if I haven't, then that'll be made available. Well, the programs will be made available online as well. And I'll update the CPC wiki on both of those. So I'm looking forward to doing that. It's a couple of days' work for me there. But it's not the only thing I've got, because the Energy Thieves on PlayStation 2, really nice condition. This is a pretty decent game for kids. It's got 2 demos in it. Crash, Twin Sanity, and Spyro: A Hero's Tale. So you get an idea of how late this is. It is from 2004, so it's in the middle of the PlayStation era. Really nice condition. Everything is here, including the demo disc on a separate thing. Manual and everything. The Energy Thieves, also known according to CEX as Adibu and the Energy Thieves, even though that is not on the site. I've spoken about this before. CEX sometimes just make up what these things are called, and it makes finding them and working out what you have got and what you haven't really, really difficult. But Adibu is a character that was on PlayStation 1, and this is his only outing on PlayStation 2 as far as I can tell. But it's not the only PS2 game, because I got Wakeboarding Unleashed, also known as Wakeboarding Unleashed, featuring Sean Murray. This is a really good game. I had a lot of fun playing this to make sure that it worked. It's basically Tony Hawk's only on a wakeboard, Everything's here in great condition. Definitely going to be having a Game Hammer review probably pretty soon on this one because I've been having an awful lot of fun playing it. But it's not the only thing that I found, because the last thing I've got for you for this particular video is not PlayStation, it's Xbox. Original Xbox, one of the exclusives, NFL FIFA 2003. A very nice, very good condition game. Sadly no manual, but everything else is here in great condition. And it turns out that it's actually quite a fun football game. If you're into American football, it's not a bad one to go for. Anyway, that really is all I've got for you at the moment. Hopefully we'll have more later in the month. And guys, my goodness, I do have one update. It's still hard on the PlayStation 2 front. Not getting many in, but I did find an excellent one on the Mega Drive that I've had my eye on for a while. I thought, no, I'm going to get it now while it's still there. And that is Quackshot and Castle Evolution on Mega Drive. Very, very nice condition, isn't it? Oh, I'm so happy with this. This one counts as boxed, but I'd say it's pretty good condition, especially since the manual and everything is here in pretty good condition too. I am looking forward to giving this a try. Oh, I've wanted Castle Evolution for quite a while. Really nice condition, and to have Quackshot with it, man, that's just brilliant. It's the Disney Collection, it's called. So I'm very happy to add that to the set. Really happy with this. I'm going to have proper Game Hammer reviews on both of these once I've had a chance to play them properly. So, actually no, I put it in the wrong way around. Tootie, you will like to know that, yes, the cart's insert goes toward the spine. That's just how it is. That's how they do these properly, you know. Anyway, that's all I've got for the moment. Maybe there'll be more later in the month. Maybe there won't. Okay, guys, I've got a bit of an interesting one this time because this isn't pickups from a shop. I've been in my parents' attic having a look around because I knew there were certain things up there and I had to find them. So, I've got a box here. It's not entirely full, but I've got a box here of stuff. So, let's just see how this goes. First of all, wow, Star Wars A New Hope. A book on tape with an accompanying very small book. Now, clearly I've opened this at some point because it's, you know, open. Collect all three in the trilogy series, Star Wars A New Hope. Oh dear. Relive the movie adventures with these 24-page book and tapes. Yeah, it's not going to be very good, is it? Nevertheless, I am going to try and get a recording of it so that we can see, and if I can get a little bit of it, I'll put a clip here.
Rebel spies managed to steal secret design plans to the Empire's ultimate weapon, the Death Star, an armored space station.
So, that's not the only thing, because I've got all sorts here. I got a lot of PC magazines back in the day. For a very long time, I was getting magazines on the Amstrad. Amstrad Action was a big factor in my computing life. So I've got a load of old CDs here from various magazines from the PC. Now, a lot of these are not going to be anything that we're interested in at all, because they're things like this one here. 100 hours free on AOL. Nevertheless, they are part of computing history. There's another AOL one. Used to come all the time with all sorts, especially in the late 90s. I wasn't picking up as many magazines in the late 90s as I was in the early 90s, but they are still part of computing history, as they say. So, I have them in a bag here. I've got a few more. I'm going to just grab them all while I'm talking to you, and then we'll talk through them, because, wow. Now, a lot of these have dust and brick dust especially. My parents had to have their roof repaired. Remember when we had those massive storms and it caused all kinds of problems? Well, one of the problems I had caused was damage to my parents' roof. So a lot of stuff that was up there got water damaged, and some of it was so badly done that it had to just go. Like the Binatone computer, that's gone, damaged beyond repair, which is unfortunate, but what can you do? So AOL 50-hour free trial. PC Plus Super CD, remember PC Plus? It was like mostly a business and professional software magazine, but it was quite useful at times because it gave you interesting applications that you could use for creating your own stuff. CompuServe. Apparently, if you signed up, you got a Need for Speed 3 as a free gift. A lot of these are AOL ones. AOL. I'm not going to stick on those much because they're not what I'm looking for here. Line 1, free gift plus free gift for PC format readers. Family Encyclopedia. Not bad. We'll have a look at that in a Game Hammer at some point. Line 1. I don't even remember line 1. It's one of those things. The CompuServe again. A lot of these are just free trials. I basically shoved them into a bag at some point and left them. ILC DVD Experience. I don't know what that is, but if I can get a copy of any of this stuff off, we'll have a look at it here.
My wife Cot is, the U2s are like her band that she kind of grew up with, like the Beatles would be for me, maybe.
So, no idea what it is, but hey. AOL again. 200 hours free online trial for CompuServe. They really were pushing this at the end, weren't they? Netscape Online. Browse the web easily with Netscape Navigator. I might try that at some point. Try and browse the web with Netscape. Even this one's covered in brick dust. Ugh. Ew. Oh, the whole thing's a mess. That's line one again. Doesn't really matter though. BT trying to get in on the internet thing. AOL. CompuServe. Where are all the interesting ones? John Fox Images. The ultimate collection of royalty-free digital stock photography. Now, this is the kind of thing I was interested in when I was picking this up, because you never know. They're royalty-free stock images, so we could use them in all kinds of things. There's close-ups on microphones, lasers bouncing off CDs, someone playing golf. Not a huge amount of interest for most people, but as an artist, I could probably make something from that. This is another one that might be interesting. Window on the World. This CD-ROM is written in HTML and contains PC, Mac, and Acorn-compatible web browsers. Acorn-compatible. Remember that? Wow. The A3000 version. It's even got Unix compatibility. That might be worth having a look at. 200 free hours on CompuServe. 2 CDs in a packet, and I don't know what they are. Okay, exclusive new multimedia from Microsoft. Encarta 96. This is an early one. Blender, QuickRoot, Multimedia Mayhem, Photo Modeler, and QuickBooks. Great games such as Mortal Kombat 3, Trivial Pursuit, Witch Haven, Hexen, and Zoop. 40 megabytes of shareware specials. This is the stuff I was looking at. This is the stuff I was hoping to find. Computer Shopper. Another one from Computer Shopper. BBC 3D Garden Designer 2 and Magic Carpet 2. Now, I actually have a full copy of Magic Carpet 2 up there. So, I was probably playing this and thinking, well, that's pretty good. I'll give it a try. I never really got into Magic Carpet after that. That's one of the weirdest things. I've installed Magic Carpet 2 off my big box copy up there, but don't actually remember playing it. I was a bit weird back then with that sort of thing. Mega Clip Art 15,000. Claim this free gift when you sign up to CompuServe. Yeah, if you sign up to CompuServe, you too can have 15,000 clip art. I suppose in the early internet that would be great for designing your own website. CompuServe again. This time, covered in dust and grime. This time, instead of getting free unlimited online internet time in the first month, you also get a copy of Bodyworks, a 3D journey through the human anatomy. CompuServe were weird, weren't they? Desperate to throw you some crap. Okay, use this disc for unlimited access to the internet. 1 month free trial, line 1. Which one's this? Microsoft Office 97 Experience. It's a demo of Microsoft Office. Oh my goodness. With Internet Explorer 3. We'll have a look at that on Game Hammer at some point. Win a car and a holiday with AOL. This time they're wanting to give away the Europress Family Encyclopedia again, so they must have been doing that for several months because I've got 2 copies. AOL again. Creative Labs Rivia TNT2 Ultra 3D Blaster and Savage 4. I don't know why I've got this. Did this come with... I don't know what that came with because I never had one of those. Another one with Need for Speed 3. AOL. AOL Platinum and guess who's cut the confusion out of the internet? They actually posted this to me. I've got an address on the back. So let's see what this is. Microsoft. Load the CD and let the Microsoft network... If you have Microsoft Windows 95, then all you need... this is what Microsoft would have sent me when I registered my copy of Windows 95. which is a bit silly of them, because I registered my copy of Windows 95 on floppy disk. They sent me a CD. Silly Microsoft. Right, what else have we got? Well, how about a copy of a rare magazine, PC Player? Issue 2 of PC Player, with a review of Frontier Elite 2, which is probably one of the reasons I got the magazine, to see whether it was any good, and an advert for Sinclair Direct. Remember that? At the end of Sinclair's life, they stopped doing the computing hardware because Amstrad had bought it and started doing mail order on PC titles, educational stuff, peripherals, and all sorts. Adverts for Sam and Max. What else we got in here? All kinds of game adverts. What game is this? This looks pretty good. Shadowcaster. Some kind of Doom clone, maybe a Hexen clone. All kinds. But the main thing that I've got here is this set here. PC Action. The British UK version of PC Action. This is rare. I got this for a while. When I first got my Mega PC, I went from Amstrad Action to PC Action. As a kid, I thought, well, maybe it's the same company. Maybe it's the same sort of style because they got a similar title. So, the one with a special issue on sex on the internet and cyber sex, a review of Sam and Max Hit the Road, but the main reason I got it, Pinball Fantasies on the demo disc. They always had a big feature for PC Action, and it had a brilliant style to it, where it would actually, and this is very useful, give you the stats required, the system requirements for your computer to run the games they were reviewing. So you knew whether it was even worth looking at in the first place on certain games. Like, oh, I can't run that one, why would I need to look at it? The magazine wasn't that big. It wasn't that successful, but I enjoyed, which is why I've got month after month after month. I've got from issue 2 to issue 7. I think there are only about 8 or 9 issues, so yeah. No, sorry, not issue 2, issue 3 to issue 7. PC Player issue 2, that's where I'm getting the confusion from. So that was the kind of magazine I was reading at the time. Mainly games-based, but as I got more into the PC and more into game development and programming, I went from games-based stuff, which is why I stopped PC Action at issue 7, to stuff like PC Plus, Computer Shopper, things like that. Stuff that was giving you away serious stuff, serious software on the cover discs, and also just letting me learn how to program, things like that. So that's why the gaming stuff stops with me. But it was very, very good to have these, and they're not available online. Most old magazines, you'll find some scans or some information about it. PC Action was so obscure, there aren't even photos of the covers. I will be rectifying that, because the reason I went and found these is because they're not available online. I was trying to get them available. See how well I can scan them. We're going to make it available on the Internet Archive as soon as I can, when time permits. Anyway, I can see I've got a low battery warning on here, so I'll just finish off with the other things I found. A manual for Windows 3.1. The manual for all of the DK-Tronics accessories. All kinds of stuff in here with all the commands for the speech synthesizer and all sorts. Came with the memory expansion I've got on my Amstrad CPC just there. But speaking of Amstrad, all of the manuals for the Mega PC. So we've got the DOS manual. We've got the PC itself's manual, which you'll notice is the generic 7286/7386 manual, because the Mega PC was basically an Amstrad PC straight off one of their shelves with Mega Drive stuck in it. The user instructions for another part of the system. Counterpoint, the instruction manual for the graphic interface that came with the Mega PC, and then the specialist Mega Drive section and the Mega PC section in an extra booklet. This is what you got if you got a Mega PC. You got a load of manuals to go with it. And that's it. That's all I've got for the moment. It's a nice set of pickups. Is there anything else in here? Yes, 1 or 2 things. Might as well talk about these as well. PC formats, 1,401 essential tips, which is like what? Clear display in File Manager. View a file's details only when you need to. Choose View, then Name to display only file names. Wow. Now another one from PC format. Everything you need to know about scanning and CG rewrites. PC format were weird. They really did seem to try and bump out any old tosh onto their covers as cover-mounted extras, just to stay ahead of the crowd, basically. Anyway, that is everything I've got for you this time from pickups. A bit different to normal, isn't it? My goodness. And we have one final set of pickups that I didn't expect to be doing, but here we are. So, let's get straight into it. The first thing, Karaoke Stage 2. This is not easy to come by, and got it in fantastic condition. With all the bits, and a catalogue, which is actually quite interesting. This one is a 2005 to 6 catalogue, and it's one of those from the period where the PlayStation 2 was really big, but it was starting to move off to the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, so it's interesting to see what's in here. Pro Evo 5, Wallace and Gromit Curse of the Were-Rabbit, Castlevania, The Curse of Darkness, which is the Castlevania I don't have. I have a Castlevania, so this is the one that I saw for 18 quid in a CEX one time. Didn't pick it up because I was waiting for payday and for getting some money through from a commission I was doing. And when I went back to get it, it wasn't there anymore. Never seen it since, so it's annoying. But it's there. It's one I don't have. The Regiment. I don't have that. I'm looking up here and I do not have the Regiment. So there's another one that I didn't actually know existed. It looks like a tactical shooter. So that should be interesting. I'd like to see that. Crime Life Gang Wars. We do have that one. Bit of a GTA style game. What else we got? And then we get onto the PSP. Coded Arms, Pro Evo 5, Metal Gear Acid, and Death Jr. Don't have any of them. I do have Death Jr. on the Wii though, but I don't collect PSP, so that's probably why. And then Konami's got Silent Hill for the Run, which we of course have, and a Lord of Konami Tat. T-shirts, mugs, what appears to be cards, coasters, a cap, that kind of thing. None of that stuff. So it's interesting to see in these catalogues what's around. There are a couple of games in there that I don't have yet, so I'll be very happy to grab those when I see them to boost up the collection. We're nearly there. It's like 400 and odd games left, I think. So we're getting there. Was it 400? No, it's about 500 now, I think about it. About 500 games based on my calculations, which include extras that aren't on Retro Collect because I know they exist, but they're on Retro Collect. Anyway, Karaoke Stage 2. It's difficult to get hold of this because this is the one that came out in 2006, but no one was really buying the accessories, you know? It's one of those things. So this one wasn't a big seller. On Retro Collect, hardly anyone's marketed it as something they've got. It's hard to find, but it's well worth it. If you're into karaoke, singing games, party games, that kind of thing, this is a brilliant one. I put it into the drive to try it out to make sure it worked and didn't want to stop playing. It's got a lot of good songs on it and I really, really enjoyed it. Anyway, let's move on because next up we have Wings of War, which I've had my eye out for a while. I love flight simulators. I love combat flight simulators. I actually like the civilian flight simulators more. Microsoft Flight Simulator, things like that. I love those games. Really, really into those games. As you can probably tell from my collection over in the corner of PC stuff, Flight Sim 5.1 was my first big flight sim. That game so much. Play a lot of FSX on Steam because I can. Well, I did until my laptop that I was running it on died, overheated and died, which is unfortunate. But playing the new stuff on consoles and things like that. Wings of War is a combat biplane and early propeller plane simulator from around World War I era. It's in good condition here. Everything's here in great condition. I keep thinking there's marks or something stuck on the manual, but it's not. Just where the red biplane and the yellow flames on the back, if you glance out the side of your eye, it looks like there's marks on the manual, but there aren't. It's just the planes. The artwork's weird. It's a fun game. It's hard, but it's a good challenge, so I'm really enjoying that. But that's not everything we've got, because Jen got me as a present Namco Museum Remix. She knows I love the old style games, and this is actually quite an interesting collection. Great condition again, and everything's here in great condition. So we've got here Galaxian, Dig Dug, Mappy, Pac and Pal, QTQ, Super Pac-Man, Galpus, or Gaplus even, Xevious and Pac-Mania. They're the classic arcade games. You go into an arcade, roll up to them as Pac-Man, and there's your arcade, you can play the games. There's also Gator Panic Remix, Rally X Remix, Pac-Moto's Gallagher Remix and Pack and Roll Remix. Now, most of these aren't great. They're novelties. The main draw is the old retro stuff, but the novelties are on the side and they're quite interesting. Pac-Moto's is really difficult, but actually quite fun. You knock marbles off a board, basically. Rally X Remix is hard to control. It's obnoxiously hard because the thumbstick on the nunchuck isn't good enough for playing it. Gator Panic Remix is actually quite funny. Gallagher Remix is interesting. It's a shoot 'em up and rolling marble game at the same time, which you wouldn't have thought works, but it kind of does. And Pack and Roll Remix is basically a 3D Pac-Man where the thumbstick on the nunchuck isn't good enough to get the precision controls that you need. There's also a bit in the main menu area where you essentially got a small world you can roll around in as Pac-Man, which is weird. Pac-Man shouldn't roll, but there he is. There are marbles to collect, the dots from the original game, and it looks like if you get them all, something might happen. So I spent a while getting them all, and nothing happened. It's a missed opportunity. I would have liked it to have unlocked a game like the original Pac-Man in the arcade. That would have been nice, but it doesn't seem to have done that. Anyway, it's a good set. I really, really like Galaxian in it. It's great fun. And it's not the only thing because Jen also picked up this, Opuna. Now, this is a science fiction role-playing game on the Wii. And it's controlled with the thumbstick mostly, and it's actually really, really well done for the thumbstick controls. So I'm very, very happy to give this a try, and recommend you give it a try if you're into JRPG-style role-playing games, especially on the Wii. Wii has a lot of good role-playing games, actually. This is in great condition. Again, everything's here, so I'm very happy with that. And it's a fun game. The combat's pretty interesting. The storyline's decent. The style of it is excellent. It looks like a cartoon with the outlines around the cel-shaded people. It's really well done. Fantastic game to play. Recommend you give it a try if you get a chance. And guys, we have our final entry for this particular Gaming Pickups video. It's a pretty good one. So first of all, we have Dancing Stage Unleashed 2. This is quite difficult to get hold of, at the moment at least. I haven't seen it around for a long time. CEX didn't have any copies in. It just turned up randomly in a local charity shop. Very, very good condition. And everything's here. I'm really looking forward to giving this one a try. I do like my dancing games. They're a lot of fun. Can't really do the dancing at the moment. I've hurt my knee. But aside from that, I'll be giving this a try because it's a lot of fun. But it's not the only thing, because my lovely wife Jennifer has provided me with Neo Geo Battle Coliseum. How good does that look? Really, really good condition. I've got it in a nice protective packet already because it's all there in excellent condition and I want to keep it that way. It's a really great game. I've had a lot of fun playing this one. It's one of those where you just get straight into it. Now, I'm a big fan of fighting games, especially Street Fighter 2 and Soul Calibur as well. That's been a lot of fun. Dead or Alive's pretty good too. But this one I got straight into. It's great, it's fast-paced, a lot of fun, great characters, and it's like It's like Marvel vs. Capcom, only for Neo Geo characters. So you got Metal Slug in there and a lot of characters from other games as well. And it's brilliant. You even get to fight the aliens from Metal Slug at one point. That was a lot of fun. Anyway, that is great. Thank you so much, Jen. I really do appreciate that. But that is all we've got for this month. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this. And now that I've got through most of the work that I was doing on the scripts for the new series that we're doing on the All Mouse Media channel, and I'll have more information on that as that gets developed, we're starting to bring back Game Hammer. So I'm going to try and bring back Game Hammer Daily Season 2 for a run and see how we go with that. That'll be starting on Monday. Tomorrow we've got the live game coding, so we're doing 7 days a week again. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day. If you did like this, remember to click that like button and subscribe, because we do need you to subscribe so you can see when we get these new videos every day. And do share it with your friends so that they can see some good games too. But until next time, I've been Zoe Kirk-Robinson. You've been watching a Games Pickup video on Game Hammer, and I'll see you tomorrow. If you liked today's video, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Thank you.